Okay, hi boys and girls. Butch with you and the Rabbit Uh, Today, what we're going to be talking about is sometimes people get discouraged or they think they have a handicap, which is really not a handicap. Uh, I know I have a handicap. I'm paralyzed from the neck up. The Rabbit told me so. Uh, but I've had a lot of students and some customers that come in. I had this one guy come in one time and he brought a whole toolbox full of equipment. He goes, I can't do this anymore. And I said, why not? His name was John. And I said, why not, John? I said, you've been doing this now for about 10 years. He goes, well, I'm developing a little bit of Parkinson's and my hand is shaking. So, and he goes, my soldering looks horrible. I said, I have a cure for that, Johnny. I said, I want you to go home and try this. And I showed him what to do. We take a regular bath towel and we fold it up so that it's about like this. And then we roll it. Now, depending on, that's a little bit thick, but so I'm going to unfold it one time, but you get the gist of what I'm talking about. We roll it up, and we lay that on. He rested his forearm on this, and that was 4 years ago, and he's still soldering. Now, I have that happen a lot. People come in and they say, oh, I just want to give up my equipment. I want to donate it, whatever. And everybody likes free stuff. I'd rather see the trade continue than to garner a bunch of used equipment. So, but anyways, my friend Johnny, he put his arm on the towel and he started soldering and he rested the heel of his hand. And he, of course, his seams are a lot shorter than they used to be, but to this day, he's still soldering. So that's what we're going to be talking about a little bit in this short segment is things that happen where people give up too easy. And it's really simple to find excuses about things why you don't want to do something. If you really don't want to do it, you go, I don't want to do it anymore. I'm sick of it. You know, it's like the radio. If you don't like the song, you turn the channel. But excuses for things that people have, and I've heard a million of them. So I'm just going to give you a few snippets today. I had this one woman say, she goes, well, I don't have the strength in my wrist to do this anymore. So I went and got this out of my desk drawer. This one's actually made by Copperfit, but there's a lot of wrist braces that you can buy. They're all Velcroed, and some have bones in them, some have removable bones. This has a bone both on the top and the bottom. And what you do is you take your Velcro and you strap it in like this. Once you're strapped in, you can still pick up your cutter. Now your wrist is as tight as a piece of iron. So yes, you can still cut glass. There's always a way if you're looking for it. Some people go, oh, I don't like the fumes. I don't like the fumes. And it's like, okay, well, there's cures for that as well. Sometimes even if I'm cutting glass for like 3 weeks solid, I'll even put this on. That's why I have it. A paper mask to keep the fumes away from you. Best if you have an exhaust fan, which like I have in the ceiling, which will suck the chrome off a bumper hitch. But if you're working in a small area, get an exhaust fan, put it in the window, or just have some sort of fan that blows everything away from you. Another option is a paper mask. Now there's a lot of different kinds you can purchase. This one is a double thick. It has charcoal lining on the outside, and of course it's the white inside. The little skimpy ones, like when you're sanding sheetrock and stuff like that, not so much any good if you have like a breathing problem, a little COPD or something like that. So invest in a good mask. Some of them even have big canisters. I find them very uncomfortable. I sometimes wear that if I'm sandblasting, the one with the canisters, because you don't want to breathe in that silicone carbide or aluminum oxide that you're sandblasting with. But a simple paper mask that you can put on. Can you hear me now? Don't try to talk to anybody with one of these on. You want to wear that for a while? Yeah, right. Anyways, but there's a million reasons why people say, oh, I just can't do this anymore. And I'm here to tell you that you can. People go, oh, my eyesight is going. Okay, go to dollar store, get a pair of reading glasses. If that doesn't work for you, they make magnifying glasses that have fluorescent lights that you can attach to your bench So it's like I can't keep the foil straight anymore because, or I can't see my solder seams anymore. It's like, okay, well, there's a cure for that. You work through a magnifying glass. Scientists do it all the time. Uh, so if you have to foil under a magnifying glass, you can even get magnet shields. They're like shields for your grinder that have magnets where it brings everything up close for you. So you can actually see what you're doing and you can get a lot of precision out of it. So don't give up. Keep going. If you have a situation or a problem that I didn't cover today, you're welcome to email me and I'll email you back and I'll try to find a cure for whatever it is you're doing. But we have to keep the community going. And for those of you who are on Patreon, if you run into any problems like that, by all means, you have your private email. For the general public, you have my regular email that you can email me at the company here, and I'll be more than happy to answer all your questions. But that's it for this time, and stay tuned. We'll be back shortly.